Hello and welcome to this how-to guide on how to access and action responses for Feedback Focus in the new platform eFocus V2. So as previous users will know that when you used to log in having had a response come through, you would go onto this tile here to access the responses in V1. So with your new logins, you will see this new tile here, which is eFocus 2.0. So you will go into this tile instead of this one to action the responses from Feedback Focus. So once you get that notification, you've clicked on this tile, it will take you to your home page. And this is a demo site, so there's not any particular amount of data in here, but I can show you that this is the sort of thing you're going to see in terms of this trending graph, which is part of the actioning, which I'll go through in a moment, which will bring through all the positive and negative areas of the business based on the comments that are given in any feedback forms. So I'll go back into here. So when you've clicked into that eFocus 2.0 tile and you've got some new responses that have come in, you can either click into them by going on the overall amount of feedback forms that have come in here, or those in the last 30 days, or in the left-hand column, you can click under responses under Feedback Focus. Anyway, they will take you to all of your responses. You might have to click here to see your particular feedback form. It might be you have more than one. It might be that you've gone in as operator and you've got access for more than one site. So if it comes up like, click in to the active survey list and just select your survey from here to show this data. So as before in V1, there used to be all the folders as there are here in a drop-down list in the left-hand column here, but now they're there straight away on the landing page, showing you all of the responses that have come through, the amount that are new, those that may be in progress, those that are resolved and or unresolved. So when you get a new notification coming, you need to click on the new folder to give you the list of all of those that are new. It shows you that they have a unique ID number as in V1. It shows you the member's name if they've put it in, any contact details should they want contacting, could be their email address or phone number, the name of the leisure centre. So if you are just going at site level, it will just be your leisure centre name. Whether they request communication, the customers ask for contact, so it will have a yes or a no here. The date and time of submission. And in this column, this is question 1 within your feedback form. So this shows what part of the customer experience they're commenting on. And this is question 2, which activity area are they commenting about? So that will give you that here. To action, you just go into the speech bubbles at the end here that say details, and that will bring up all of the questions and the responses down here. So there's your question. All the responses are in bold. Any comments, the date and time of their visit, which will pull through into a heat map, which I'll show you in a moment, whether they'd like to be contacted about their comments, their name, and then their contact details, so whether they'd like to be contacted by phone or email, and their phone number or email address. So as I said about the positive and negative trend graph that comes up on the landing page, you just need to quickly look at the comments before you go into action and just put those into the positive, negative drop-down boxes here. So in this case, may I suggest better cleaning around the pool? There's dirt and hair everywhere and a lot in the drains too. So these are all, unfortunately, negative comments. So in the positive, we could put that as not applicable. And in here, it's about cleanliness in the pool. So we'll put those there and then update, and that will then automatically pull that data through to that graph. And then we can go into our first action here. This is the same as V1. We haven't changed it much so that you can still work with it as you did before without too many changes. So it brings through the tracking number. Your name, if you're assigned to that site, will appear in this list. So if you're the action assign or action taker, you can select both here. And here's where you put your action description. So in this case, the customer would like to be phoned about her comments. So you can write called customer and all happy now that we are supplying extra cleaners, whatever you need to write, extra cleaners, or it could be email customer, whatever you need to write in there. And if it is an email, feel free to copy and paste the email that you've sent there, and even the response you get from the customer could also be put in there once they come back to you by going back into action 1. The action type here is phone. The action due date is the current date and time, so it doesn't really need to be changed because it is usually the time that you're taking the action, but can be if you need to here. And then the action status in this instance is completed, And this is now resolved, and we can save that action and click yes. That then moves that from the new folder into the resolved folder. So if I click on there, you'll be able to see that it's this one here, Betsy Cooper. So that's moved over there. You can still go in once it's resolved or unresolved, and you can see all those details, and you can go back to your actions. So as I said, if you'd like to copy or paste anything else in there, you can do that as well. So that's how to action our response as it comes in. In terms of analysis and graphs, we can put in any given date range. So if you'd like to get a quarterly report, annual, weekly, whatever you would like, you just put the dates in here. If you're in at leisure centre level, these will all be preset just so you'll see your leisure centre data. If you're an operator, you'll be able to select all leisure centres or specific leisure centres. Again, if you're an operator and you just need to see two, you can go into individual sites and get reports that way, and then apply that filter. This is the heat map that I was talking about. So from the customer putting in the date and time of the visit that's relevant to their comments, that will pull through onto this heat map. And eventually, and it is in build, you'll be able to click into these numbers. So if you wanted to see all of the comments that have come in about a gym on Thursday, you'd be able to click in here and that would bring up those comments. Here we have breakdown by area. So these would be your question twos. And here again, what will come up on the home page will also show in the response analysis or the analysis graph, sorry, those positive and negative trends that come in from those filters from the comments. Your comment response analysis, this is where things are sitting in folders. So it will show you how many is still sat in the new folder, those that are in progress, resolved, first, second time, and unresolved. Here will show you how long it's taking you to get back to the customer, as in amount of days, and here how quickly things are taking to be resolved, how quickly they're going through the actions and into the resolved or unresolved folders. This is a graph based on what part of the customer experience the comment is about. So this is your question 1. And here what type of feedback it is. So this would be your complaints, your compliments, and your comments and suggestions. All of these can be extracted into image formats. So you can put them into any reporting by clicking on the information buttons here. It will show you what the graph is about, just to give you a little bit more information. And that is basically the analysis and graph section. If you do need any further help, please feel free to contact me, Sarah Forster at active-insight.org, and I'll be happy to help. Thank you.